So Matthew reminds us that salvation won't come to those. The answer is, the answer is being humble. So think about that. And whoever's messing with the sign outside, you stop.
So I want to talk about when we start the series, Jesse's kind of going through his day. He's in Anvil. Doesn't seem super pumped to get out of bed in the morning. What gets him out of bed, I guess? What keeps him going?
What gets Jesse out of bed? Yeah, I mean he's made a decision by that point when we first meet him that he's going to try and stick to this promise that he made to his father, and I think that's the only thing at the moment keeping him going, giving him narrative, making him do something for the benefit of others. I think he's had a very long existence on the road, experiencing violence and causing damage and hurt, and I think he's made a decision to come back and try and redeem himself for the wrongs and the guilt that he feels towards his father and for the past. I don't think he's made the decision, but I'm not sure he's particularly happy about it when we first meet him, and I think he's so bad at it.
Yeah, he's not what I would call a model priest.
No. And he knows that deep down, and everyone's reminding him that he's no good at it. And it weighs on him, and he's a drinker, and he knows that he's probably done too much bad stuff in the past to possibly be a chosen one from the Lord above to be running this congregation, to be looking after these people. But it gets better. He thinks it gets better, and then towards the end he is empowered in this first certain way, which gives him more strength.
He finds a path.
He finds a path, some sort of path.
Oh, and speaking of his past, how much of that do we see in this series? Will there be flashbacks or more just...
Yeah, it's really... it's funny how I learned... I knew a certain amount about his past from, obviously, the books, but it's been great to know what the audience gets to see of his background, because it makes other storylines very, very clear. The whole idea of the relationship with Tulip, his girlfriend, and what he's feeling guilty about, what he the pain within him, where it stems from. That's what we learn in tiny moments, and it's really sad. You suddenly go, well, okay. I mean, it makes sense. It explains why he's struggling so much with himself and with everyone around him. So it's good. You learn a lot about his past.
Well, and you mentioned the comics, which you can't ignore that they're there. How much is the series following the comics?
I think it's faithful to the idea of the people, but they were very clever in that the creative team decided to set it before the comic started, because the comic, you just explodes from page one, and you are introduced to these people, and it's the whirlwind, and you can do that in a comic, and but I think they cleverly with this have established all the people that need to be established. We need to know who these people are. We need to know a bit about their background, and we need to know. So it's cleverly, I suppose, starts the end of the first 10 starts where the comic begins, and that's what's exciting. So it's really embedded in some reality of a space where they all come from, and I think that's but faithful to the characters and to the look of the characters and to who they are. That's been very carefully navigated, and I think that they have continually had conversations with the creator of the comic, Garth, to make sure he's happy with the choices that have been made.
Nice. It's good to have that two-way street.
Yeah.
The comic is so known for breaking ground as far as violence and other things. Can the show go as far as the comic? And does it?
Yeah, well, I mean, I keep being reminded and keep reminding myself by looking back into the comics of the characters and what they do and are capable of doing to others, I think we can. I think we have. I think we've really... Yeah, there are some horrific moments in it already. Some of the brutality and what people are capable of doing to one another. I mean, it's... you can go as far as the comics, I think. I'm sure there may be some restrictions. I mean, you can go with what you can see as in compared to what you can say is unbelievable. I've never quite understood that.